Hello, welcome to CIS201 Introduction to Computer Science. I'll be your instructor, Kelly Maldonado. CIS201 is all about programming, and we're going to learn what the software development life cycle is, and we're also going to learn about algorithms. The language we're going to use to learn programming is JavaScript. So we're going to talk a lot about JavaScript. We're going to write our own programs in JavaScript, and in the end, we're going to wind up making our own web pages. What can you expect in the next 6 weeks? Well, you can expect to do a lot of work. Normally, this course would be offered over 18 weeks, the full term, and I can't exclude any of the learning that you should be doing in the full 18 weeks, so therefore you have to expect to do 3 times the work each week since it's only going to be 6 weeks. So I have more about that on a link in the main Moodle course. You can read more about all of that stuff, but you can expect to read out of your textbook, you can expect to Google, which I know you don't expect me to say, but there's a lot of things to be learned out there on the internet about JavaScript. A lot of stuff you're not going to bother committing to memory, and you shouldn't, because it's available for you out there on the internet. And so you can expect to Google and use the W3 Schools website fairly often, and probably YouTube to watch some tutorials. You can also expect to write programs each week and have discussion forums with your classmates each week. You can contact me via my Quest to email. My Quest to email, it's not something I can easily open on my phone or anything like that, so I check it maybe twice a day. I don't really usually check my Quest to email on a Saturday. That's normally my quote-unquote weekend day. If I'm not going to be available some other day for some sort of reason, and it would take me more than 24 hours to get back to you, I will let you know in advance that I won't be available that day. But you can always contact me via my email, so it might take me a little while to respond because it's not like my phone where it messages me all the time. However, I do have my Skype open usually on my iPad, so you can use my Skype name, Kel Maldo, which is on the syllabus and everything, to send me a chat or call me on Skype so I know that you've tried to get in contact with me. We can even set up appointments to talk or discuss issues you're having, or if you need my help with something, we can definitely get on Skype and hash it out. So you can contact me both of those ways. There's also a messaging system inside of Moodle. So you can always send me messages in Moodle, which I do get alerted in my normal Yahoo email, which I can see on my iPad, whatever. So messaging me through Moodle might be the fastest way to get a hold of me. So when are things due? Okay, things are due typically on Sundays. Everything will be due Sunday at midnight. The only exception is your very first introduction post, where we will do some replies, to greet each other, but I need you guys to go on and read the "Is this class right for me" link and really decide if it's right for you, since we have a wait list of 12 students. So that will be due on Wednesday this first week. And weeks after this, you'll have to also make your initial post in the forums on Wednesday. So Wednesday, I'm not so stringent about the discussion posts being due on Wednesday, but it makes everything easier for your classmates and yourself so that you can reply to each other by Sunday. So, but the hard deadline for most things is Sunday. Okay, so who am I? So a little bit about myself. I was in the military. I'm a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom. I met my husband while deployed, and now I'm a military spouse. We have lived in Texas and Italy, then California, and now we're back in Texas. I was teaching on the Questa campus face-to-face the last few years until we had to move to Texas, and the computer science department was so wonderfully nice to offer me this class online each term, and the turnout has just been awesome. Everybody wants to be in this class, which makes me really happy. So still working with you guys out in California. I do I do miss the area some, but I am happy to be back in Texas. We have some family here and stuff like that. So time-wise, I am 2 hours ahead of you, so that is a little bit of a consideration. However, it really shouldn't be an issue. Except for if you're up at midnight, remember that that would be 2 a.m. for me, so probably not going to respond to you right away. I also taught some math courses at Cuesta while I was over there because I also have a degree in mathematics. So I've taught math and computer science online and face-to-face since about 2010. Have a lot of experience in both areas. I actually got my computer information systems master's completely online, so I know what it's like to be an online student. So I try to be as available to you guys as possible because I know how frustrating it can be to have a question and then have to wait, for the instructor to reply. So you can know that I want to answer your questions. So now, what are your first steps? So like I mentioned, you're going to want to go to that link that is labeled, "Is this class right for you?" Read it over, go to the subsequent web page that's linked to it, and make sure you're ready to make the obligation. This is a 6-week course that I mentioned earlier. It's like 3 times the speed. So you're going to have to be sure that you're ready to put in probably 24 hours a week of learning and working on homework and that sort of thing. Because in the normal summer semester, when I taught face-to-face, we came to class Tuesday through Thursday for 3 hours a day. So that's, 9 hours of instruction. But I was guiding the instruction. When you're learning on your own, you can expect it to take you longer. So make sure this is the right place for you. And that you have the computer skills necessary. If you don't know how to copy and paste the link, this is probably not going to work out for you, because we're going to do stuff. We're going to have to do lots of copy and paste and stuff. So you need to have general computer knowledge. Then move on to make your introduction posts, and this is where I'm going to basically build the roster. So let me know if you're really interested or not. And then review the syllabus. That is also on there. We can find my contact information, email address, Skype name, some information about how our grade is broken down, some frequently asked questions I get, stuff like that is all in the syllabus. If you're new to Moodle, there's a couple links on there on how to use Moodle, which is the program you're in right now viewing our course. If you have not used it before, you should probably check some of these things out, like to find out how to message someone or send an email or whatever the case may be. And once you've done those things, you're ready to start learning. So you'll be able to do the week 1 module where we're talking about chapter 1 and algorithms and move on from there. So you'll see there's a lot of work to be done in week 1 besides, these introduction things. Again, welcome to CIS 201. I know it's going to be kind of intense, but I hope also fun. And then we are going to make our own web pages, which should be really fulfilling. I've included a little picture here of myself and my husband. We went to Disneyland at Christmas time because both of us, being more from the East Coast area, have been to Disney World. And we really, really wanted to go see, well, what's Disneyland? What's the big fuss, So we went to Disneyland and it was a lot of fun. Okay, so that should be good for an introduction. Move on with the next couple steps. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me, contact me via Skype, contact me with the chat in Moodle, however you want, and I will get back to you. Okay, bye.